everybody, and thanks for watching my How to Tryndamere video. So, lane phase is very important for Tryndamere. At the start of the lane, you're going to want to try to get as much rage as you can. It's a bit hard against champions such as Nidalee who are ranged and will try and poke you, but you want to try and get your rage or fury up as fast as possible, as much as possible, and go for early trades to hope for early crits that can really win you the lane. So, you want to try and push the enemy in and get level 2 as fast as possible and build up your fury meter, so when it's full and you're level 2 you can just go right on them and usually it results in a kill. So in this clip here I'm building up my meter and trying to hit level 2 before her, and when I hit level 2 I'll level up my Q for the extra damage and then spin right into her and ghost and use everything to try and get the kill, because early kills on Tryndamere are really worth it. Because with early kills on Tryndamere, you can just dominate the lane. While laning with Tryndamere, you have to remember that Tryndamere has amazing sustain. This clip here nearly ambushed me under my turret when I'm low health, and I got away from her with just a bit of health left, and just watch the lifesteal that I can get off of having just my runes and having Cutlass completed. Just get a ton of sustain, then you can Q once you're at full fury and just gives you a ton of health. So now I'm just as high health as her and I'm back in this lane. I don't have to back. Tryndamere is the type of champion who excels at split push and pushing by himself because of his really high attack speed and high AD that he gets off of his Q. Look here as I pushed in this turret extremely fast in the early game. You'll want to continue doing this through the mid game, and late game is also not too bad. Tryndamere is great for picks and great for tower diving with the use of his ultimate and his mocking shout, which is his W. While turret diving with Tryndamere, you always want to try and wait to the very last second to ult and not use your E too early. In this clip here, I ult just a touch early and I used my E in not the greatest position, so I got juked out, but we trade 1-for-1, so it's okay. Usually when you trade 1-for-1 with Tryndamere, it's worth it, because Tryndamere is just such a strong duelist and scales really well into the late. A fun trick with Tryndamere is you can auto-attack an E right after, and it kind of cancels the animation of your auto-attack, and the attack will go off, and you'll just spin away. I kind of showed it there. You can do it a bit smoother if you time it correctly. It takes a bit of practice to do. Basically, when the sword's over his head, you want to try and use the E. Ult's a bit early in the clip here because with Tryndamere, if you ult early, it'll actually give you a lot of fury and that can give you more damage. Also, I was pretty safe and I knew the only thing that could kill me is if I don't ult here and I'd be safe. And ult isn't that long of a cooldown. Tryndamere is really good, like I said before, with catches because the massive slow that Mocking Shout gets if you can land it behind them, and his E being a really great gap closer. If you have Flash or Ghost, it allows you to just catch off enemies really easily. And Tryndamere excels at turret diving with his E for a getaway, his Q for a massive heal, and his ultimate to make him actually unkillable. Now, in this clip here, I messed up a little bit and ult too early. If I didn't ult early, I would have been able to lifesteal on the wolves there and lived, but I messed up. But it's okay, it got 3-for-1. Tryndamere is really good at getting out of bad situations. Here, I'm stuck in a 2v1 versus Fed, Riven, and Lucian, and I managed to escape with the use of my ultimate and my Q to help me sustain and stay alive, without even having to burn any summoners. You can play Tryndamere top lane or in the jungle. If you're playing him in the jungle, I would highly suggest that you farm early and build Feral Flare. You can build a Lizard item, but I find Flare works much better with this kit, especially since he's such a late game champion. If you can farm it fully, then it really helps you out. But I'd suggest going top lane with him since he's such a good duelist and has a rather good laning phase, especially once you're ahead, and he's really good at snowballing and split pushing. Tryndamere is a really good split pusher, so I'd highly suggest that you take him top lane. Also, Tryndamere excels at backdooring, and you never want to rule out his backdooring potential. He can just backdoor enemy nexuses and win the game so fast for your team. Tryndamere is amazing at cleaning up, kind of like I just did in that team fight. Speaking of this game, I built a Zephyr in it. I usually don't build Zephyr too much on Tryndamere, but it is good when you need the extra tenacity and attack speed. A helpful suggestion, the Highlander Tryndamere skin has a bit of a smaller hitbox than the other skins. Also, it has a very effective and clear looking crit. Same with King Tryndamere, so I'd suggest getting those skins. I wouldn't suggest Demon Blade Tryndamere since it's bulkier and the crit animation's really weird on it. And just helpful hint in the landing phase, you usually want to just auto attack and push the enemy in as much as you can, and don't forget to use your E for last hitting. You can use it to get multiple last hits that you might not be able to get with just auto attacks. You also use your E to get creeps to level up as you engage on them, so you can unexpectedly hit a higher level while attacking them. So that's my advice, guys. I hope you win a lot of games as Tryndamere, and I hope this helps you out. Coming up next is going to be the runes, masteries, and the items you want to build on Tryndamere. Hey everybody, I'm going to be discussing my Tryndamere rune page, mastery page, and the items I like to build on him. I always use my Shadow of the Groove page, which would be 3 life steal quints. Then I use, for marks, 9 flat attack speed. For seals I would use my flat armors, 9 of them, and I would use 9 flat magic resist for my glyphs, and that makes my rune page. If they don't have a lot of magic damage, you can always switch these out for attack speed, but I don't recommend it, but you can do that. So onto the masteries. For masteries, I'll usually run 21-9 on him. I like to get the double-edged sword and the attack speed fury, but you can also get sorcery or the attack speed. This is just kind of personal preference, but I find the attack speed's better because it really works well with your crit and your kit. Obviously brute force, 3 points, material mastery, yep, amazing. Just extra AD, amazing on Tryndamere. This is great. Executioner really helps him, especially when you're turret diving. This is really great when you turret dive, dangerous game, I get that most people. Warlord, really good, helps boost your AD, makes you do more damage. Devastating strikes, the armor shred from it's really good. Frenzy obviously is a must because with your passive and the crit items you build, just more attack speed's great. Then Habit. If you want, instead of taking points in here or taking points in here, you can always put spell weaving and blade weaving. I just personally don't. And then I always just do the basic 9 block, recovery, veteran scar, unyielding, and judgment. I find this just works the best on Tryndamere. Now onto the items. Sure, let's save it. So I always start with the yellow trinket. I find the yellow trinket is great. And to start off the game, I always go long sword and 3 health potions. You can get a 4th health potion if you stay at the fountain and you take your E and you just wait a few seconds and then you just E, run up the lane, E, run up the lane. So yeah, I always start the longsword. We'll make a page actually, yeah. Longsword, health pots, 3 health pots, and then the yellow trinket. What I like to then go into is either Static Shiv or Bork. Usually I'll get Static Shiv before Bork, but situationally I'll get Cutlass and then go for the Static Shiv. The reason you would get Cutlass is if you need sustain, you're versus someone like a poker like Nidalee, or you get paired against Nasus or someone that you need a sustain against potentially, then you would go for your Cutlass first, but I usually don't get the Bork completed until I actually complete my Static Shiv. So I'll usually, on my first back, get parts of Static Shiv. I like to get the Avarice Blade or the Zeal if I have enough money on my first back, and the Cutlass I find is just really good. So if on your first back you can get something like this, maybe add boots in there, then you're in really good standing. So then the core items that you're going to want to get is attack speed boots. Oops. Static Shiv, and Bork. With those 3 items, with those 3 items, this is like your core build. Once you get this, you can just tower dive, tower dive, tower dive on people, like relentlessly tower dive them. From here you have a few options of different things to do. You can get a Youmuu's or Phantom Dancer. Personally I like the Youmuu's because the speed up on it's really, really good. The active's just amazing, works really well with Tryndamere's kit. Phantom Dancer's not bad. You can get an Infinity Edge, which also isn't bad. It really stacks well with his kit, how he has the passive crit. With these 2 items, plus your passive, you have really high crit, near 100%, so that's good. You can get Guardian Angel if you want. I don't really recommend it though, but it is a possible item. Bloodthirster I also really like, because the shield off Bloodthirster plus the lifesteal just allows you to sustain back up while you're in your ultimate, and allows you to just bully people. Another good item would be Last Whisper that I would suggest, and there's not many items outside of these that I would go. And we'll throw a Phantom Dancer in there too. Just visual. Yeah, I wouldn't go many items outside of what I have here. This is your core here, and then these are optional other items. And this is the only thing I really build in Tryndamere. I'll also be talking about what we go for our spells. So for our spells, we'll always run Ignite, unless we're jungling, then we'll run Smite. And then either Ghost or Flash. I personally prefer Ghost because it allows you to turret dive more effectively, I find, because the speed up really helps you, and most people can't escape you if you can slow them, E them, and ghost at them. Most people just can't escape you, they can't kite you, so it makes turret diving a lot easier, and it really helps you run out of the turret and run into the turret. Flash is also really good. You can flash E people to close a huge amount of distance and to kill them, but I really like Ghost because the lower cooldown than Flash, so if you trade Ghost for Flash with someone, your Ghost will be up before their Flash is up, so then you can kill them next time. Thanks guys for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope this helped you guys. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down, or comment below what you want to see next and how you liked the video and if it actually helped you. Thanks guys, and have yourself a great day.
Life left, man.
You mean that Sona?
Yeah.
That Sona? I'm not going for her. We're just talking about that Sona. Hey there, buddy. Hey, hey there, buddy. Hey, hey there, Sona. Hey, hey there, Urgot. Hey there, Urgot. Hey, hey there, Urgot. Hey, hey there.
These guys are retarded.
Hey there, guys.
Fucking niddle.
No!
Missed the Penta by 245 life, dude. Get the kill. Get the kill.
Oh,
My
damn.
1v5 pencil.
Standing there.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. I'm done. I'm actually done.
So good, so good.